Hi, Rob here. Today in this video I'm going to show you how to correctly operate the Mars razor. From taking off the cap, putting the cap on, the inserts, putting them in and out, and how to correctly install a blade and change it. So firstly, we have the Mars razor, body and cap, as you can see here. Swings back to change forward. This is very wobbly. It's supposed to be like that for a reason, which I'll explain later. At the moment, you'll see that the cap is removable. All you have to do is just simply unclip it from this little bar here, and you'll see there's a little gap on the clip itself. First of all, when you receive the razor, it probably will come, depending on the shipping method, this thumb screw, which is stainless steel, will not be pre-inserted into the cap. You need to screw it in. That's quite straightforward as far as that goes. However, then you also need to take the cap and clip it onto the base here, that little bar. So you can see there's the gap there. You simply just put it on and give it a push. Now you can pull it off, just simply reverse, pull it off. Easier ways to do it from the front, from the back, probably from the back like this might be easier for you. See, like that, instead of pushing from the front. Either way, from the front, from the back, put it on, and you're ready to go as far as that goes. Okay, next, the inserts. They range from 1, they're labeled in Roman numerals, from 1 to 10. So you can see 1, 2, 3, and then 4 will be 1V. You always look at which number it is by having the little lugs here away from you. So if the V is upwards, you'll know that means 5. And so before that is 4. After that will be 5, which is just itself. 6, which is V1, and then upwards V2, V3, which means 7, 8, and then 9 is 1X, because X means 10, and there's number 10, X. Okay, 1 is the lowest, 10, or X, is the highest, or the most exposure, in other words, the most aggressive, and the least aggressive. To put the insert in the Mars, simply pull the cap back, hold it like so, with your thumb and middle finger on either side, just below the 2 arms that come down. Take an insert. I will start with number 1, and then I will also show you number 10 for a reason. Take the insert. You have 2 little clips here. You also have 2 keyways or guideways here on the back of the razor. Simply line up the clips like so and push, and you'll hear the click. Okay, that's done. It's now securely locked. It cannot fall out. At this point, you take your blade, which you have previously snapped. You can do this by your own methods, or use my blade snapper, which is an accessory. There's another video for that. You simply take the blade, put it onto the plate as such, or the insert. You take your other hand and grab the 2 sides of the cap, pull back slightly, and go straight up, and then straight forward. Now I'm going to do that again because there's a reason why that was easy, but there could be a problem. I'm going to take that off. Here's the problem. Let's say that you forgot when you undid it, or you screwed it the first time. See, inside there, if the thumb screw is too far forward, like I'm showing here, hopefully you can see that, it will not go on. See, I can't even get it on like that. It has to be, make sure before you put a blade on, you at least retract the screw beyond the edge of that exit point. So take the blade, put it on there. Screw is not past the exit point. Pull back a little bit. No, it's not hard. Just pull it back till it stops. Straight up. Did I get that? Yeah, straight up and straight forward. Take your other finger, your index finger, because you're holding it like this. Put it down on top. Turn it a little bit. Now, if it's not wet, you haven't been shaving or changing it, all you have to do is take your finger and roll it over the thumb screw a couple times until it snugs up. That is literally all you need to do. You can, if you wish, give it a little check. Here, I don't need to do anything. I can see it's already tight. I cannot emphasize enough. Do not continue to try and cinch this up as tight as it possibly will ever go. All you'll be doing is digging a hole in the base of the where it goes into the head of the body, and you'll dig a hole. Do not do that, and it will last you forever. Okay? Do not over tighten this. It does not need to be. See, it will not come off. It's not coming off. And all I did was roll it with my finger. Now, if it was wet, when you put it down, just tighten it up a little bit like that. Am I still in view? Yeah, okay. Tighten it up a little bit like that until it's just snug. And that's it, done. There you are. You've now installed a razor ready to go, a blade I mean, ready to go in the Mars razor. Sun's come out, it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing now, so I hope you guys can see. Now to uninstall the blade, you simply go the other way. Let's say 1, 2, 3 turns, possibly 4, depending on how much you can spin it. Then hold it again this way and take it off like that. Now you can, there's other ways to do this. If you want, you could try this. Watch. Well, there it goes backwards, but it can automatically come off by itself sometimes, or it can stick. If the blade that you get has some glue on it from the paper packaging, or if it's wet and you've been shaving, there are times when you lift this off and it will stick to inside that area underneath there. In that case, and this is why I mentioned earlier about it being loose, but you can, if you wish, try to take it off. I take no responsibility for you cutting yourself. I don't do it. Well, sometimes I do, but anyways, that's my choice. You have your choice. If it's stuck underneath there like this, it will look something like that. A little bit over more, but anyways. What you do is simply put it over an area that you feel comfortable with it, the blade dropping onto, turn it, and give it a shake. There, it's falling off. But if it was wet, give it a shake until the blade falls off. And then dispose of the blade appropriately, however you do that, wherever you live. So that's how I recommend taking the blade off. Now, the reason I said I was going to try the other one, number 10, is because the heights of the inserts or the plates are obviously different. Number 10 is higher, so it gives you more exposure of the blade to the skin. So it also means there's less area for you to get that blade onto the plate. So I'm going to take that. To take it off, simply turn it, put 2 thumbs there, push backwards, done. It's off. Right, let's put that down. Other one, turn it around, put that in, you'll hear the click. There we go. Take the blade, if I get this in all one camera, put it onto there. Now you'll see there's less room, but it's easy. Make sure your thumb screw is retracted. Whoa, going the wrong way because I'm doing it backwards looking at the camera. Hope I got, oh, I am going the wrong way. Okay, I did this twice. Sorry. It's all backward. There. Okay. So now we're ready to go. So it's just, again, up, straight down, finger on top, and roll. Make sure. Done. Okay, that's it. Now the other way, holding it, by the way, I'm not going to officially recommend this because it's up to you. Blade on, push it forward, and you can hold it like that. That's another way of holding it. And then I just do the same thing, roll it up, and it's done. So whether you hold it like this and you feel comfortable with it, or you hold it this way, I recommend that like this, but me personally, I grab it like this or like this and I just do it. I think that's all I wanted to explain. 3, and then there, just popped out in my hand. Change, take it off. There we are. Very simple. The reason there's clips on there, by the way, is so that when you're changing the blade, you might be doing this, the insert doesn't just fall off and fall down the sink, or not that you should be changing the blade over the sink or whatever, but it's not going to fall off and fall down. You can't find it, goes missing. It's stuck on that thing until you take it off. That's it. I personally shave with number 3, 4. Other people are finding the higher inserts better. Whatever, that's your choice. Hi, Rob here. This is the next day. I watched the rest of the video and I realized that it needs a little slightly update, clarify a couple points. Don't try to go fast. Do things at the speed you're comfortable with. And I would definitely recommend focusing when you're changing these blades, especially if you're using like a higher blade like the 10 or these other ones, because the gap, it becomes less and less here, which means the blade can fall off. Now I'm going to demonstrate that, and I also want to make one other point. If the blade happens to fall off when you're loading it for whatever reason, don't do the action of like, oh, try to catch it, because some people just do it automatically. Resist that urge. Just let it drop, find out where it is, pick it up, do it again. So take the blade, put it on. Now what happens when this happens? You're putting it, you go back, you go up, but you've missed it, you've made a mistake, you've not gone back all the time, and you do that, and you hit it. Do not try to catch it, do not try to do anything, let it fall, shake it off, whatever it is. In other words, like this. Here's another one. You go up, and maybe you do this. You know, something like this, and it falls out. There, see? Can you see that? Do not try to catch it. Just let it fall and pick it up and do it again. Okay, it's very, very important because these things can, you know, they're razors, so they cut you. There we go. See, up, straight, finger on, and this, and we're done. Maybe a little there. We're done. So again, when I showed you me holding it this way, I forgot during the video. I was just doing it naturally because that's how I load it. I don't do this. I recommend doing this because it is a safe way of doing it. In my opinion, this is also safe, but who knows what people might do. I don't recommend it. So in the video, I show how I do things because I've been designing it. So like I said, when I load it, I personally do this. I grab it, I put it there, I grab it like this, and I roll my finger, whatever, and that's done. Okay? But I recommend you doing it this way. I recommend you taking your time to do it, and I recommend that if you, when you're loading it or unloading it, if the blade starts to fall, just let it fall like that. See? If you do it like that and it falls, whatever, just let it go. It's not worth it to get cut. There, straight. See? There we go. Like that. Don't do that. There. All the way back, all the way up, all the way forward. Then you'll do it correctly. It's easy. Finger on the top. Roll it a couple times. Make sure it's just there, but not tighten. Don't really crank it. Just make sure it's snug, and you're done. Okay? I just wanted to make that amendment so we're clear. Okay? Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.